Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Roundtable Podcast. This is August 2nd, 2026, and we do have an episode for you. But first, before we dive into all of that, want to talk about something. Just recently today, some of us members live over in the Spokane, Washington area, or Eastern Washington. There's been a lot of fires, there's been a lot of structural damage, and a lot of people who have been completely displaced. So we wanted to make sure that um, everybody knows that we are fully aware of this, that we appreciate anybody and everybody who's been helping, all those first responders, firefighters, ambulance, police, any volunteers over at the clinics and such like that are taking all these people in, and people who are donating to these people who have been displaced. It has been a big deal out here. I'm sure there are other places across the country that are having some similar issues. We just wanted to say thank you to all the people, all the helpers out there. Well, that being said, what's going to happen next is we're going to talk about some border wars, past and present. So right now, let's get started on bringing on our talking heads for the day. We've got the Brock Skullman and Night Owl, as well as Echo.
Hey guys,
today.
What's up, everybody? Oh man, it's a little bit smoky up here where we're at, Garrick. It's been quite the thing. I just heard the neighbor talking about evacuating some of the shadles, so
Fun.
Getting interesting.
Should you be outside breathing all that in, Night Owl?
Well, I only sound like I've been smoking for 50 years now, but it's okay. I'm like a ham. I just get better, right?
Yeah, we're all getting
seasoning.
So, speaking of the history of this game here, Night Owl, I understand somebody may or may not have produced this game before. What do you say to that?
Yeah, the game was produced a long time ago. We ran Border Wars down in Colorado. That was Captain Wedge and Cliff and those guys that put it on. Cliff was actually one of the head referees. If you guys don't know the famous paintball wizard, you're about to, because he's going to come on tonight. And then we picked up the mantle up here in Spokane, Washington, and started running with it since then. And then we took a hiatus, and we brought it back last year by popular demand. And Border Wars is kind of an interesting game. It's like a cult classic. The players really get into it. It's a lot of fun. It's like nothing else. And then we passed the torch on to Paladin. I think he was planning to be on here tonight, but don't know where he's at. But yeah. And then we went from there.
Paladin is on standby backstage.
All right. So he did make it. Sounds good. To all of you that are out there, please take a moment and hit the like and follow button for us here and share it out on your social media. Let's get the word out that we're doing this podcast. It's a weekly thing. And it's all about paintball, what we can do for paintball, how do we make it better, and talking and discussing the games, the mechanics, and the information we discuss. If you're a young producer or thinking about putting on your own games or building your own teams, take notes, get involved, and join in. We'd love to hear from you. Say hi, say where you're watching from. And if you're in Spokane, say that you're safe.
It's true.
Yeah, for sure. And if you need help, reach out to us. We were helping a lot of people yesterday. One of the cool things about the team is when the call goes up, the guys got busy.
Well, the paintball community is massive, so it don't have to be people in your area. It could be people from anywhere in the country that will reach out and help you. You just have to let us know you need the help.
That's right. There's one big thing about paintball in general is a lot of times it kind of turns into family. And, I may not know you, or I may have only shot at you at the other side. I don't really know who you are, but guess what? I'll still come help you out. Or I'll
definitely. Dude, I hurt my leg. I hurt my leg, and I had I posted a little picture of it, and within an hour, I had 5 or 6 people reaching out to me. Hey, you could do this. I got, heck, you were one of them, that reached out to me and, kind of olive branch to me and let me know what I could do to heal it, or, they may be in that medical field or something. So some people I didn't even know, some people I do know. So it's awesome.
There you go. All right,
Rub
we're talking
some
about
kitty litter and it'll be fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
rubbing kitty litter. That's right.
well, friends. We got the wizard back here, Mr. Cliff Muir. Let's bring him on out now. Howdy, Cliff.
Hey, Cliff. Can you hear us, Cliff?
Hello, everyone. I can't hear anybody.
Uh-oh.
We're here.
May have to back out and go back in.
I heard us a second ago. Can you hear us now, Cliff?
I can't hear anybody.
Just having some technical difficulties.
All right. The wizard, you got to cast
You
a
got to remember,
spell.
I'm in a back country. Where
Yeah,
there's
you might have to
not
back
much
out and go
anything.
back in.
No,
So you might have
sometimes
to
what may
back out
happen, I
and
hate
come
to do
back
this
in.
live, but if you,
There he goes.
no,
We'll
you can't
call
hear
him
us. What happened, because
Well-
it happened to me too. If he's on his phone, you have to hit your volume button and then go to your speaker and turn your speaker up. Because that happened
So-
to me before. I hate to say that
Yeah, your
live, but
speaker
there
has
is a
to be
little
up before
thing
you
there.
start. Okay, so anyway,
Right, and that's probably the case.
Watchdog, you've played a couple Border Wars. Tell me about your first one.
Oh, the first one. The first one was really kind of my first scenario game in general, and I got out there and just had an absolute blast. It took me a little bit to kind of get my bearings because I didn't really understand fully what was going on, and eventually we got around to a point for me to kind of figure out what to do, when, and who to talk to. And I actually got into some mischief where I was given a mission to blow up the enemy general with dynamite. So, with the help of the the explosives person, they took a piece of explosives, not real, of course, just prop. Put that inside of my
Simulated.
simulated, yeah, inside the pod pack. Rigged the detonator to a. There you go. There, detonator to an item in my hand, and I walked through a battlefield without getting shot up to the enemy general and proposed a trade. And as soon as he pulled that item out of my hand, the dynamite went off, and everybody inside of their HQ could not respawn for the next 15 minutes. General was not very happy. My general was, but I mean, it was a very fun experience, and the referees were definitely on there to really help out and do a great job there. So, yeah, it was a great experience for just a young person first starting out.
Yeah, good
And
refs
when
make
was-
all the difference in the world.
When was that? Like, do you remember what year that was?
It was the early 2000s.
Okay.
I think that was 2007.
Probably a little earlier than that.
2006 then.
Before we really kind of started coming together.
Were we at Saddle Mountain or were we at Neverwood?
Evening,
Saddle.
TJ.
What's up, TJ? Since we got TJ on here, I'd like to take a moment and thank our sponsors, Nova Paintball, TJ and Chris, for making this happen, guys.
There you go. Well,
Gotta
since
love it.
It kind of looks
I
like
happen to
you
wear
lost
my
Cliff.
happen to wear a Nova shirt today too. There's a lot of Nova going on.
There you
Night
go.
Owl got Nova. You got Nova behind you.
That's right. And there's Q. He's another participant in the game as well, too.
Yeah, he's the
And,
witch doctor.
Yep.
If you get a break, Q, and want to jump on, let us know.
So
Love to have
tell
you.
me a little bit about this. Tell me about this game. Is there, or are we waiting on the other guy to come in to?
We were kind of waiting. I can give you kind of a rundown of the Border Wars field and kind of how it sits. So a couple years ago, when we started up here, it was a three-way battle between Washington, Idaho, and Canada. And we had a massive amount of Canadians that came across the border for this. And it was really cool. They had a lot of fun. They had such a great time. But when they all went to go back up, the border guards were like, "You guys were at Border Wars?" And they're like, "Yeah." And so they got him out and they made him stand up against the line. And a bunch of guys with ARs come out like they're on a firing line, right? And they're like, "All right, you got to tell us all about it." because they couldn't go to it. And it was really popular. The players really loved the format. It was the first time anybody had seen Real Scenario up here in our local area, with missions, objectives, dynamite, medics, pilots, helicopter sticks, just changing the whole dynamic of the game. And it went really well. What's up?
What's up, Bravo? Yeah, that was Johnny Christine, Johnny Bravo.
Johnny. Oh, Johnny Bravo. What's up, Johnny? Hope you're feeling better. So then, we evolved it further and the storyline progressed, and every Border Wars feeds into the Border Wars previously. So what you do in the story all eventually trickles back to what happened at the Border Wars that Cliff was at. Cliff, can you hear us now?
I can, yeah, finally.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about the first Border Wars, Cliff, and then we got some paintball questions for you.
The first Border Wars. You know how many games I have to go back to try to figure that one out?
You're going to need to take off somebody else's shoes to count back that far, buddy.
Oh, you got that right. We kind of fell into that one. I can't remember what game we did before that. We crossed the border onto your guys' side, and we were at, I think it was Maryland.
Nope, Beta Woo.
Was it Beta Woo?
It was Beta Woo.
Oh, okay. See, I don't remember. Old, gray, and stupid. What can I say?
Well, tell us what you do remember about it.
Oh, it was a great time. I mean, always loved going across the border and doing stuff with you guys. I mean, we were still kind of new to reffing with you guys, like in a scenario way and that, because we were tournament referees, and we went from tournament referees to doing your guys' scenario games and stuff like that. And Border Wars was one of the first ones we did, which was really interesting. And from what I've been understanding from reading about the new one coming up, it's going to be a heck of a lot better.
It's going to be good. There's a lot. It's evolving with the times, and it's getting with the technology, and that's what matters. So it's going to be on its third generation of producer now.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of
Who's
gray in our
producing it
beards
now?
here. Paladin's going to be producing it. So
Okay.
Paladin Paintball, new producer. He's running with it. So I handed the torch off.
Move closer to your router. I don't have a router.
We can hear you, Cliff. So Cliff, a couple questions for you here on the paintball thing. How long you been playing paintball?
Somewhere.
How long you been playing paintball, Cliff?
Playing?
Yes.
Actually, I didn't play much. I played 42 years.
42 years. Okay. And
most of it is reffing.
Most of it is reffing. So what do you love about the reffing? Because you still do it after all this time, and it's quite popular.
I'm doing it right now. Well, still at the field, actually. We're going to have Living Legends here again in September.
Okay.
Living Legends Canada. Woo! We were actually me and my ref team, we were the original ref team that did the very first to the fourth Living Legends games at CPX in Joliet, Illinois. Believe it or not.
So tell us about paintball in Canada, where you're at. How does somebody find your local field? Do they have to hitch a ride on Caribou?
Pretty much. Yeah, no. We're this field that we're at here, this is our home field. We class it as. It's 2 hours from my house, but still. It's an hour and a half from Detroit, so it's not hard to get to. Straight up the highway and you're here. I mean, we can get to Hell Survivors from here in an hour and a half. So,
Wow.
yeah,
That'd be
it's
nice.
not bad. Our home field in the United States, as of last, was Sherwood Forest in LaPorte, Indiana. We were there for
Awesome field.
Yeah, we were there for a good 10, 12 years. And
What's up, Lefty?
it was, I don't know, it's ever since I got sick and whatever, and I haven't been able to cross the border, you kind of tend to lose things. and it really sucks because I miss everybody over there. You know, like Sean and all the guys and everybody, all you guys. It's I don't know. It's
Oh,
just,
we'd love to have you back down here one of these days, so you need to get better.
yeah. As soon as the doctor says I'm allowed to cross, I'm going. That's it. Done. Done deal. Let's know if ands or buts about it. But yeah, I
Oh.
mean, like the first Border Wars we did was it was like new to us at first, and then it was easy enough to catch on to, but everything back then was done by paper. So when you had to do a mission or something, they had a card that they sent to you, and as a referee, you would sign it off, say, yeah, that person was here, or that person did this, or whatever. And nowadays, I mean, with all the new stuff, there's some fields where you can go to, it's all done by computer.
You know, we're going to be talking about that on a future episode, and the computer thing really makes it easier on the rep.
Well, I tell you, I did one at Sherwood
yeah.
Forest in May 2 years ago, I think it was, or 3 years ago. It was a Guru game, and they had Alan and TB and them were all there, and we had players like our referee cards worked as player cards, so we could really have a good time with the players. If they would go on and change the color from one color to another one, we could run up with our card and change it to the other team's color, just to have fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's just new toys to play with is all it is.
Oh, heck yeah. We had this one poor guy. He says, if you guys change my color one more time, I'm going to shoot you. And I said, well, okay, shoot me because I'm doing it. And just as I was getting ready to do it, another ref walked by and did it. So, whatever.
Nice.
Back in the old days, yeah, when everything was done by paper and radios.
Your card.
Yeah. But it was fun. I mean,
I
like,
Google-
and then the hole punches and everything. If you caught somebody cheating or whatever, you would, ref to say, hey, dude, you're done. See ya. Or
So, Cliff, what
Yeah, Sherwood.
What? Go ahead.
I was going to say, at Sherwood
advice-
Forest.
Go ahead,
Yeah.
Echo.
Go ahead, John. I was just going to say,
I-
these are your player cards are
Yep.
QR codes for Guru games.
That's correct. Yes.
That's your-
I still have mine in the
That's
trailer.
your player card. Correct.
Yeah.
This was from this year's Guru game heist a couple months ago. So
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
it's so easy. You just tap, it turns your stick your color, and you keep moving. And it has a
Yeah.
timer on it. It'll tell you how long it's been your color. It's awesome format.
Yeah. See, we had the game we went to was Ghostbusters over there, and we had a Ghostbuster card so that we could actually turn one of the flag stations off.
See, that'd be a fun game right there.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
That sounds like it'd be
As
a
a-
really good
as a
scenario.
You know what's even more fun though is when I was doing that game, and there was one guy who was out of bounds, and I yelled at him to get back into bounds, and he looks at me and he goes, man, you sound like that Canadian dude. And I said, well, I am that Canadian dude. He goes, oh shit, and walks off the field.
Surprise,
Yeah.
surprise.
Yeah, man. Well, it's like when we had Living Legends here last year, for the first time, Legendary Games or whatever they call it now, and had Damien come down from Gator Mill. I haven't heard him shoot that gun of his in 23 years. I stood on the field and said, oh man, I know that noise from a mile away. And then he goes, yep, that was 23 years ago. And I said, yeah, it sure was.
Nice.
Yeah. Been around the clock a few times.
So, what advice would you give as a seasoned paintball rep and to a new player that's thinking about getting into it, or maybe somebody that just wants to get into doing the reffing instead of the playing?
One of the most important things is don't let a player influence you.
Okay.
As soon as you do that, you're done. Like when we started here, what happened was I ended up playing 2 games, just walk-on games, and I went the third time, and I ran out of money, and then the guy that owned the field says, hey, why don't you ref a game for me, and I'll let you play next week. I said, oh, cool, let's do it, man. So I did it. I started liking the reffing thing. Then we were at a tournament here in Canada, and the way they have it here at that time was if the game was at your field, you were the referees that had to do it. Like the team there had to referee the game.
Home team reffing, right?
Yeah, correct. So I heard that, and I thought, wow, this ain't right. And I found 10 other guys that had the same mindset I had. So I put a team together, and all of a sudden, next thing you know, we're doing every event here in Ontario. We did all of the major events like NPPL and all that kind of stuff. And then we went from that to scenario because, well, make a long story short, Diablo or Zap came up and said, if you do a Diablo game, you're not doing any more of our Zap games and vice versa. And so we said, okay, like the hell with you guys. And we just crossed the border, and hey, the rest is history. Welcome to Sherwood. Hello, Border Games. Hello, all the neat stuff. That's where we learned all the scenario stuff was over there, not over here.
The world is a big place, and there's a lot in it, and there's a lot to do.
Oh, hell yeah. I mean, like I've gone, well, 4, 5, 6 different countries doing paintball.
Holy
Tournament
cow.
and scenario. Like when we did Skyball here, yeah, that was a major tournament. And we had people all over the world come out. And we got invited to all over Germany, Russia, Japan, whatever. Met Fred Schultz in 1993 at the International Masters in Nashville, Tennessee. And then we went, and from there it just skyrocketed. And then all of a sudden we just started doing scenarios. Yeah. Which I thought was kind of cool because back then you still had the role playing and everything, where nowadays it seems to have dropped off a lot. I mean, I remember
bringing it back.
Yeah, well, I hope so.
Yes,
I remember,
yeah.
Because I remember we used to have the costume
I was at
contest, the whole 9 yards. Well, for the first Border Wars, there was the one team that wore like all the same kind of genre kind of gear, you know?
Oh, the Sun Spiders. Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of cool. And then we seen that, and then like, wow, man, this is really neat. As you can tell, I'm standing outside in the dark.
Yeah.
That's right. Echo, what
We
were you
appreciate
saying?
you being here with us.
Oh, no problem. I'd love it. I wish I could be there with you guys, to be honest with you. I would love to be at Border Wars. From what I've been reading about it and talking to Paladin and Sean, man, it's going to be a hell of a game.
Yeah, there's a lot of big plans planned for this year. Should be really good. We've actually got the Idaho General in the back room here.
Yeah, cool.
What
So,
field?
yeah.
What field is this game at?
This is going to be at Nighthawk Paintball. It's outside of Spokane, Washington. No, that part of Spokane is not on fire and it's safe.
Let's not talk about fires, okay?
Yeah.
Well,
Let's not talk about fires.
Yeah, like we're in one right now. It's going to be an amazing field. So a couple things that we do for this game. It's a giant woods ball field. It's got 2 towns in it. It's got a satellite listening base, a pump house. It's got a massive multiple trench network systems on the field, and they're deep. The trenches in some places are like 9 feet. It's crazy.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
It's got 3 towers. It's got downed aircraft, downed helicopters, and it's spider web with roads and vehicles, and then cubes and objects, and just good old fashioned trees and brush.
Yep.
And what we do is we take all the roads out of play. We turn them into giant toxic rivers because in the storyline, there's been a war and there's been a spill and, the little bit of toxicity in the world, kind of a post-apocalyptic thing going on here.
Yeah.
Society's been knocked back and we're kind of coming forward, right?
Yeah. So are you guys going to be doing the costume thing and the role playing and everything?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of guys that show up in costume, a lot of guys that are role playing. Watchdog here is actually the chemist. Q's watching. He's the witch doctor, the mad scientist. I think Doc's watching. He's going to be running around dressed as Kung Fu Panda,
sweet.
with a rickshaw. So, I mean, we've got the river sharks, we've got tanks, we got all sorts of things. And, and the biggest thing is like we got guys on this field that'll run around in a wheelchair, like Daniel. and be out there just playing and having a good time. It's an incredible game, but by taking the roads out of play, you can shoot across them, but you can't physically cross them unless you cross at a bridge.
Yep.
Or with a crossing device like a boat that's on wheels.
Are you guys using the coin system again too?
We are using the coin system again. Border Wars has its own in-game currency. So you can use the currency to purchase things from the NPCs. They all have shops. You can purchase, I'll let Watchdog here actually talk about some things that you can purchase from him. Oh, there's the full set.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. All right. Watchdog, why don't you tell them about stuff that you can purchase at your shop, for example?
Well, last year I had some random props. We had some necklaces and such like that. I also sold some dynamite, and I had some health potions. And health potions are just they're what were they called? They're like party poppers. They're really big party poppers, and they shoot off confetti out into the sky.
Oh, nice.
So when you die and you don't get hit shot in the head, you kneel down, you shoot off your party popper, and you're back in again.
Yeah.
Well, we are going a little bit far, so let's make sure we get our other guests on the screen today. So we also have the High Warden Paladin coming on.
Oh, there
and
he is.
We also have the Idaho General here, Tater.
Hey, Tater, what's happening?
How's it going?
Oh, it's going. I got to keep waving at the sensor so the light comes on.
Yeah.
I'm standing out in the middle of the football field still, so.
Perfect.
Yeah, it stopped raining, so it's okay.
Oh, that's a good start. Well, Paladin, do you have anything else to add on to the rules and such?
Hey, it looks like Dirty Mark is finally queuing into the Border Wars chat, so he should probably be clicking the link here pretty quick.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, once he gets here, I'll bring him in.
Fantastic guy.
That's
So
right.
we've got some real talent here, Cliff. You got Pal. He's an amazing guy, great player. He's really taken this to the next level on the production side of the house.
Actually, he might not remember, but I have met a lot of you guys already. You might not remember me, but I have met a lot.
You might have met Tater when he was a kid. I don't think you've met Pal yet.
No, I haven't. I've just talked to him. That's all.
Yeah.
Tater,
So-
I know. Yeah.
Oh gosh, I would have been
Black
15, 16.
You were just,
Yeah.
I think you were 14 or 15.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Rogan's Heroes or Border Wars.
It was Border Wars, I think.
Yeah. Or Wind Talkers.
Could be.
Oh, I saw Taz's patch come across my feed today, and it made me tear up.
Oh. Yeah.
He's been gone a long time, but I do miss that man.
Yeah. It does happen.
So,
Unfortunate.
Tater here is going to be the general for Idaho,
Nice.
and he is in charge of shenanigan coordination, ruckus, general debauchery, and whatever else he's got up his short little sleeves there.
Well, I'm
And
sure
we
he's got a
definitely
lot.
have things stuffed up those sleeves. I promise you that.
I'm sure he does.
Not surprised. And then we got
Hey,
Dirty
Mark.
Mark here.
What's
What's up, Mark? Mark is one of the other generals we have. He's going to be the Oregon general.
Yes, I
Also
remember
in charge
seeing
of
him
the
on
same
the
stuff Kelly is. And Mark did something really cool. He booked a country music artist for the event, I believe.
This is true.
Is Pal actually here? Or is he just like frozen?
No, I'm here. I'm good. I'm just waiting for someone to ask me a question. I'm not going to jump in on anyone this time.
All right.
Not like Fred show? No?
I got way too many other people on there that know way more about this game than I do. It's kind of a weird thing as a producer. I'm probably know the least amount up here.
So Kelly, why don't you tell us about your first Border Wars experience?
Oh man, I was like 13, 14, 15, somewhere in there, and we were just playing backyard paintball about an hour north of where it was being held up at Neverwood back at the time, and I don't remember how we even found out about it, if it was flyers or what was going on, but we just gathered all the local kids in the neighborhood that had paintball guns, and we decided, man, we're going out there. We're going to go ham at this thing. And we showed up. And I don't remember exactly what happened, but I was markerless. I had everything except for a marker, and even a whole boatload of paint with me. And somebody I didn't even know, I think, they handed me a Strange Vision Impulse, and at the time, that was just such a cool marker to be able to shoot. And I don't remember really a whole lot what transpired next, but all of a sudden, I was the demo guy for the event, and I've got a radio and a marker, and I'd never played a scenario. I don't even think I fully understood what was going on. I just knew that there were things that only I could do. And, the rest was a blur of running up and down really, really big hills at that venue.
Neverwood, yeah.
And then from there, it was just the snowball. From there, paintball became life overnight. And, now here we are 20 years later, and I'm generaling a Border Wars.
And you've rebuilt an extinct paintball team and brought it back to life.
I have, yep. Team Chaos. And Team Chaos, that was its origins to Border Wars as well. I mean, it was really not even a team, but from my understanding, a group of guys that you had tasked with causing some chaos at Border Wars and just being out there to mess with the other generals. And halfway through the game, they said, well, man, why are we just messing with these guys when we could win this thing on our own? And with just 8 or 12 guys, they came 1 point shy of winning the whole event against these, completely stacked teams. Something Mark's hoping to do this year too.
Yep, that's absolutely right. Sorry, guys, I couldn't find the volume on my phone, so I'm here now.
All right, Mark, why don't you tell us about your first experience with Border Wars last year?
Oh my gosh, where to start? So I came into the event a veteran of many super game battles, being involved in a lot of hierarchy of the command structure of winning and fighting for super games. So going into Border Wars, I had this move bodies, build battle lines, logistics. Quickly realized that it wasn't that kind of event. The event happens in 360 degrees. Battle lines are more or less pointless because not only does it limit your ability to move around the field, it doesn't limit the enemies, as Kelly knows, because he launched a 12-man strike suicide attack against my outpost. And I didn't hear about it until after the event because I was on the other side of the field doing other things. It was like my brother and one other dude in that base got rolled on by like 12 guys until they were all shot out. I'm pretty sure Kelly burned the bridge behind him as they charged against 2 dudes who were there getting water.
It was Timber and your brother that were there, and it's funny. It wasn't even planned. I was coming back from harassing the Washington CP, and Chris Sija of the Brigands pulled up on the Duck and said, hey, we're going to go mess with the Oregon base. You want to come? And he flipped me a coin, and I was like, sure, why not? And we got off the Duck, ran across that bridge, burned the bridge behind us. I said, if we're going to die on this island, so are they. And
but no, the event it happens in 3 dimensions. There's so much going on that you have to surround yourself with people who know the event, who understand it. And since my last experience at Border Wars, I've thus formed the scenario team. We are the Northern Wasteland Rangers, of which I'm the captain, and my best friend Chris is the co-captain, and our third Ian. We're all vets of Border Wars, and we're a dedicated Border Wars scenario team. The Rangers get together for Border Wars because we understand that this isn't super game where it's go charge Darkwoods over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. It's not that. You got to give people direction. You have to take a very complex event and boil it down for the masses to be able to understand and enjoy. For me, I felt like my brain was on fire. I was having a ball.
There's guys in front of me. There's guys behind me. Are there guys above me?
Pretty much.
There could be. You never know.
Yeah, I mean, it was. I learned a bit about being attacked from above when I was at Armed Forces War, and I was bowling the LXG tanks so hard that they were forced to use an airstrike to kill me.
You were good, man. You were real good.
Mark is a major tactician. Last year's scores, obviously Idaho won quite definitively. But if you look at points per player, Mark's team actually blew everyone out of the water. So with a very small force, he was able to do some very real damage in Border Wars, and just coming into the game where he had never had any experience, hardly any guys on his team had ever played before either. So Mark was completely new to the game, to the field. And I gotta hand it to you, Mark. That was absolutely fun watching from an NPC standpoint last year, and I'm super excited to see what you and Kelly put up against each other this year from a producer standpoint now. So I just get to love watching the shenanigans too.
So the way the Border Wars missions are designed in the game is like you're not just going to see one spot on the field over and over and over again. You're going to see everywhere on the field. You're going to go everywhere. You're going to play every bunker. You're going to get into every crack and every crevice 2 or 3 times because the game moves. It is a fluid battle, just like in real life. The game moves. Usually you go to a paintball game, you get a battle line that forms, and that's it. And then it's just a push back and forth to try to punch through that. With Border Wars, because of the way the missions are, the way the troops can move around, the different vehicles you have to get to different places, it creates Danger 360. And that makes it really fun, especially for a brand new player, because they can choose their own adventure and choose their own fight any direction they go.
Yeah, I mean, that was something I enjoyed about the event last year is I came into the event with the smallest army. And so I ended up getting a lot of the walk-on rental players and watching them get into it themselves, like them start interacting with NPCs. And they're like, oh, you guys can tell us to do things. And they started playing the event with very little direction. And it's very fun to watch the event very quickly evolve and then devolve and move over here. And, it's a lot of fun.
That's when you can tell that somebody who puts it together
It's awesome.
knows what they're doing.
Well, we
Yeah. That's
characters. Yeah.
So
we
the funnest thing about Border Wars, in my opinion, is the ability for a new player to come in, a rec player to come in who's never come. I couldn't believe how many people came out to Border Wars last year as their first time. And I'm sitting there going, are you crazy? This is an insane game to come to as your first time if you don't ever play paintball. But because it's basically a video game on steroids, live action, you can just have the funnest time from old players alike, guys that can't run around the field and get up into those front lines. They can sneak around the back. They can still be accomplishing missions, working for their team that way. And then to the young guys that just love to run out and get out there and create some chaos, have some fun, get in the front lines, they're going to definitely contribute as well. And so it is such a huge world that there's no way you can't find a way to have fun out there.
Yeah. So, Pal, Watchdog had something to say there.
Okay.
Oh, I was just saying, being one of the characters out there, I definitely enjoyed seeing so many different players. You could definitely tell the ones that were seasoned. A lot of Tater sent me a lot of those characters or players out there, and I just kept giving them mission after mission after mission. I saw a lot of Oregon players that were, like Mark said, the rental crew, and they started coming out and getting involved in the story, and that was just a lot of fun to see them come out and experience it and just see what it was to Border Wars and how much fun they could really get into.
And I'll say this, part of what makes a really good game is a really good staff. And we had amazing role players, amazing staff, and amazing characters. And that created an environment where the players could entertain themselves. They could have fun. They could choose their adventures. They could get into it. They could accomplish missions. And then nothing felt hopeless, but everything felt challenging.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way it should be. That's how you bring a new player in, and they look at this and they go with somebody like you guys that know these games, and they go, holy cow, and then you got them hooked for life.
Well, and that's how we grow the sport, is by creating great games, good events, innovating, and bringing it forward and passing the torch. There's been too much gatekeeping, and
Yep.
there's a reason for that. It's because we're trying to protect it, but we got to tap the brakes a little here and there. But overall, if we don't, as the older generation of players out here, those of us that got a little more gray, Pal being the exception because he is younger.
Pretty dang old too. I got it all right there.
Yeah. Well, you're younger in the game than we are, but
Oh yeah, I'm a baby in the sport of paintball. It's ridiculous.
getting it out there and getting it going. I mean, here's the thing. One day it's Kelly that's going to be producing. It's going to be Mark sitting here running a podcast one day with his kids playing with him. We need to build, we need to pass on, and we need to innovate. And we have to make paintball fun again. And I think what's gone on with the big game formats, the red team versus blue team, it's the same damn thing over and over and over again.
Yeah,
Where is the innovation, the fun, the puzzle, the challenge? Why do I want to come out here with a group of buddies and just get mowed down?
To be honest with you, for a while there, it was teams were just stacking up, saying, "Okay, we're going to go to this field and we're just going to pummel this game because we know we can."
Yeah.
When you get into a nice scenario game like you guys are running there, you have missions to do and certain things you got to do, which puts a whole new concept into the game.
You can't just pummel; it won't work.
Right.
You're right. You can't.
Right. Shooting bodies doesn't mean anything if you're not completing missions. Bodies don't give you points.
That's right.
Yeah.
Bodies are
So
fun.
if you're just out
They
there
don't give you
playing Call
points.
of Duty, that's why sometimes a game might be lopsided. It might be 70 guy difference, you know what I mean? But the team with the least players wins the game because the other team is just shooting people. They're not slapping sticks, they're not blowing up bridges, they're not doing missions, they're running around playing Call of Duty.
And that's okay because that's part of the fun too.
It is.
Yeah.
Let's
No, that's
take a
part of
minute
the
and
fun too. You
explain-
need that kind of.
I mean, that kind of game is for everybody because you can have your runners, gunners, you can have your mission guys. It's all there.
Correct.
Yeah, Dad.
Right, you
gets to come
got
out and
some
play
teams
paintball
are
with
just
us.
tank teams. All they do. Right. Some are just tank teams. They run just tanks. Some are just AT teams. All they do is run around with rocket launchers all weekend and just blowing up stuff.
You
You have your
here's-
first strike guys that love sniping.
Here's the thing about tanks that are so good that is so underused. Okay, one, we definitely need to come up with some new core tank rules out there and overhaul it for the industry, right, Mark? We've talked about this.
Oh, I agree with you guys.
Yeah, there needs to be a new balance out there. We need to take what works. We need to throw out what doesn't. However, tanks. Every field should have tanks. Every big game should have tanks. If not for anything else, than to put players that are either physically impaired on their movement, handicapped, so that they can still participate. One of the greatest things you can do with a tank is grab a mom sitting on the bench that brought little Jimmy out to play, throw a mask on her, throw her in the tank where she can't get shot, take her out to shoot little Jimmy. You'll hear a tank. Remember I told you to clean your room?
Yeah. Well, some fields don't allow you to have driving tanks. Some fields are walking tanks only, which
Bug tank.
it sucks. But I get what you're saying. Any field that can take a driving tank should allow driving tanks at big games.
See, we
For sure.
down here, it's not. We can't. The insurance is kind of tough on that kind of thing here. Down there, it's a little bit less.
Right.
Let's take a minute. And
Yeah,
get
I'm
more
not
into
sure. I
the
believe
mission.
any. Yeah,
ahead, Brock.
let's do that. We're getting too much into
Well, let's
tanks.
take a minute and get more into the missions. As Echo knows missions, it's a lot different at Border Wars. Can you elaborate on that, Sean?
Well, there's a lot of different kinds of missions at Border Wars. So last year, for example, we were running missions where the guys would go up to the NPCs, and the NPCs were running pop culture missions. So they needed a guy with a cell phone in the crew because they either needed a video or photograph the mission, not just have the ref sign off on the card. There needed to be photographic evidence of what was going on. And one of the best ones that I really, I know there was a lot of great missions. I know you did a lot of great ones, but let's face it, Garrick, Dave and the Coconuts. That was amazing. So for an example, there's silly ha-ha missions too. Like one thing that was taught to me by Spiro Magallanes a long time ago was that players can get too serious. And throwing a little corny what the heck mission in there is a good thing. And one of the things he suggested is like if the guys are getting too intense, make them go stand and do an I'm a Little Teapot. I'm like, what? He's like, I'm a Little Teapot. Have them go out and do the song and dance.
Yep.
So we made a mission where, hey, this mission's 10 points. You need to get to this bridge with a squad. You have to be all alive. You have to perform and sing the I'm a Little Teapot song, and you got to live. Right? And everybody, the first time, this is dumb, this is stupid. They're leading the charge to do teapot missions after that because they're so fun. Huh, Kelly?
Stacks. We did YMCA,
you know, so there's funny ha-ha missions. There's missions where like Dave made them so they had to clap coconuts and do the Monty Python thing on their way to go jam a radar dish with it was raspberry jam.
Yeah, I remember watching Dave Cilio do that once.
Yeah, so I mean, there's fun ha-ha missions and pop culture references. Sometimes we had a casino thing going on out there with games of chance. I mean, there's all sorts of different things. Riddles, wheeling and dealing in comic books under fire. There was all sorts of crazy. And then you have your serious missions. I need you to blow up this objective. I need you to recon this position. I need you to take a patrol and go capture this objective. I need you to take a helicopter and go plant this listening device at this location. I need you to go take this set of underwear and run them up the other team's flagpole. You know, the missions where they get a little more serious. Okay, we got to blow this bridge. We need to take over this building or this boat, or we got to do this. And then there were the other missions where like they were just get to the destination missions. I need you to get 15 guys to the witch doctor. I need you to get 15 guys to the chemist. I need you to get 15 guys to the mad scientist. Oh, wait, that's all going on at the same time. Somebody's going to win it out of the three of them, but they're all going to have fun trying.
So with these mechanics, are these coming down from the producer or where are these coming from?
So these are coming from a combination of the producer, but mostly from the NPCs. They're given a points pool. They're only allowed to sign X amount of points per mission. And the NPCs can dole out a mission and they can go do it. So we had NPC missions going. We had overall game missions. We had secret missions. You could find objective. For example, last year I did a whole bunch of stuff in Visible Ink. Took a while to catch on.
I think the best one in Visible Ink was Pals.
Yeah, Pals of Visible Ink was absolutely crazy last year. That was cool.
We were stumped for an hour.
I had to.
We did all this stuff.
I had to come give mercy rules and show them how to figure it out. So it was a little too complicated, I think. So,
we had a bounty hunter. We have different mechanics in the game. Everything is worth points in some regard, but they're pulled from a central pool. And when that pool is gone, that guy has no more points to give.
Mm-hmm.
So he can dry up for a while.
Yeah.
You know, and there's all sorts of things. It's not about how many coins you have. It's not about how many bodies you have. It's not about how much explosive. It's how many missions you accomplished in total and which ones.
Yep. Exactly.
So, and then overall battles.
I think we're forgetting one of the funnest characters that are out there in the Border Wars world, and that's what Brock Skullman does there as IG Robot.
Oh, IG Robot. IG Robot was a great mechanic. Hi, guys.
Oh, yeah.
So,
that was fun.
Did you just flip him off?
The pure uncertainty of what IG Robot's going to do is insane. I saw an Idaho player come up to him, just immediately just hand him a coin. So he just took it and then And then the guy goes, well, I want you to go kill somebody. He goes, well, that's going to cost you a coin. He goes, I just gave you a coin. He goes, oh, I just thought that was just because you wanted to give me a coin.
You put the coin in the robot and he wakes up. Every coin gets you X amount of time. You put the wrong colored coin in there. If you're a teammate from a certain side and put the wrong colored coin in,
yeah,
he might short circuit and flip on you. You don't know.
I saw guys.
Well, you never really know. Like he came to RCP at one.
Oh, sorry, go ahead, Kelly. Yeah, you're good.
You just never know with him either because you have no idea if he's already been hired. When you approach him to go talk to him or he comes walking into your CP, you don't know if somebody sent for him. You don't know if he's there to kill you. You don't know if he's there to help you. I mean, at one point, I had a kid. I said, I want you to put a full charge on that rocket launcher, and I want you to point it right at his belt buckle. But not obviously, don't threaten him. But if he pulls that pistol out of his pocket, I want you to send a 250 PSI shot right at his belt buckle. And it just, you never know what's going to happen. Everything's a surprise always out there. You can't predict anything. You can't assume anything. You really just got to stay on your toes.
Let's talk to help.
So nice.
Go ahead.
One last thing on IG Robot was he had one of the funnest mechanics where he would just slap a biohazard sticker on people, and they were running around. I see these kids running around. How do I get this thing off? How do I get this thing off? He poisoned them. So they had to go, excuse me, find the NPC that could remove the biohazard sticker. So it created its own little thing. They're like, I don't know what to do. I can't do anything else until this thing is gone. So very simple, but very effective, very fun, memorable mechanics.
I think it was Q that first caught on to the biohazard stickers and looked at him and went, I can't work with you anymore. The player's like, what do you mean?
Yeah, Washington came rolling in for a mission. I was standing there for that. And like 3 of them all had biohazard stickers on. And Q's like, I can't work with you. You're going to have to go see the mad scientist or the chemist to get cured. And they were like, what? And they didn't know that he'd walked up and put the kick me sign on him, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that was the thing. You wouldn't tell them. You would just do it. And they had no clue.
They got cured, and then he started coming near him again. And they're like, don't you come near me. Don't you come near me.
Because I was one of those characters out there where people could interact with me because unless there was a bounty out on them, they knew they didn't have to worry about me. And so most of the time, if there was a bounty out on you and I had to carry it out, you didn't know I was coming for you. So most people figured I was safe to approach.
I didn't know you had a bounty on me until you killed Mike for that bounty. He came to me all mad. He said, "You got me shot."
That was a fun mechanic. I messed up on that.
Oh, Barbie girl, yes.
Mike and I made it up. I shot him during the coconut mission, and I have to be shot in the head or whatever, or I can't be shot or something. And I was like, "Oh no, by me you can though." So I let him finish the mission out, and I actually got to watch that mission get carried out. So that was fun watching that one.
And the other thing is encouraging them to bring cell phones and cameras onto the field. I know it's a risk, but here's the thing. Taking pictures with your favorite characters, your NPCs. I need you to go take a picture with your general. General, we need you for a mission, and take a picture. Oh, I need you to go take a picture with this objective. I need you to go take a picture with IG Robot. I need you to go take a picture with Mad Scientist.
Yep.
Those are great missions and a lot of fun. Sounds like you see IG Robot.
He gets a free rocket.
It's a free rocket.
Free rocket.
Well,
unless you hire him, here's the thing. You got a choice. You could try to rocket him or you could try to hire him. And if you hire him, well, he works for you now. Like they hired him to menace Mark, but Mark was on the helicopter and IG Robot couldn't get him up in the air. So
remember, he's a robot and has a perfect memory. He may very well decide to side against you or your entire faction. So be cautious when targeting certain NPCs.
How much what does a bounty cost? Ted's already tried to take bounties out on people, pal.
I know. Officially, my character is still a bounty hunter, but he's also the High Warden. So it is very expensive to hire him for a bounty. Like it's treasure chest type bounty costs on these ones. So
What if we have bounty cards from last year?
Oh, thanks.
No, those aren't good anymore.
I've been sitting with these laminated pieces of paper all year long.
Everyone saved them. Actually, officially, there is still one bounty out that has not been exercised yet, and like we said, Border Wars carries over year to year, and this bounty has not been called off by the person who did it. So very well, there could be one bounty getting executed in this game. It has already
I
been
think I
paid
know which
for
one
as
you're
well.
talking about.
There was a payment in advance for that one. Oh, the character or the player.
Charles said you don't want to get IG mad at you.
Probably not.
The play what now? The player
So
with the
keep
bounty.
IG
No,
happy,
definitely
everybody.
The player who has the bounty on their head is full aware that there was a bounty on their head. They have been worried all year that I would shoot them at another game to exercise it. So
Can I get in on the pot on this? Can I pay for a second shot?
Well, the bottom line is if you're thinking about coming out to Border Wars, guys, it's a great event. It's going to be a lot of fun. Share it out there with your friends. It's going to be happening here in the Pacific Northwest, August 21st, correct?
yeah, we're less than 3 weeks away.
Yeah, it's a 3-day long event. We've got a country singer coming. The guys built a stage out there. The camping is amazing. It's going to be a good time.
That's
And
odd.
it's going to be one of those things in life where you can say you were there.
Yep.
You know, everybody makes the excuse, oh, next time, until there isn't a next time.
Yeah.
You know,
I said,
gotta
if
go.
I could go there, I would,
gotta go. We know, Cliff. We know.
Yeah.
without a doubt.
I wrote you into the story last year
paintball-
just so you could be part of
I
it.
know you did. I know you did. And
So,
we really
but
wanted to go.
Paintball's like a live in the moment type thing.
Yep.
It is.
Yeah. You know, not everybody really lives, but I'll tell you what, paintball players truly live.
Yes.
Correct.
So
Yeah, live in the moment for sure. Take that moment and cherish it.
enjoy it. It's
Stay
a
true to
memory.
yourself. And stay true to yourself.
That's right.
You got to do that.
And I want
No matter
I want
how
to make a
much
good
point
point
Kelly
to all
offers you.
players for any.
Go ahead.
I want to make a point to any game, any player, anywhere you go. A key thing in paintball or any sport is that stretch. I thought I was good. I'm agile. I'm this. I'm that, and I end up tearing my damn Achilles because I didn't stretch. So, and I tore it playing paintball.
Right on,
So
Kyle.
you get out there, take 10, 15 minutes, stretch those ligaments. We're not getting any younger.
Darn
First rule of the paintball apocalypse, limber up.
Yeah, there you go.
And hydrate, guys. It's going to be August in Eastern Washington. August in Eastern Washington is notorious for being miserably hot and dusty. A lot of people don't think about it. They drink a few bottles of water that morning. They said I've had some water, but we're going to be playing for 7 straight hours on Saturday. So, you need to be thinking about it all the way back Monday. Start hydrating Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Get good and waterlogged. Better to have to take a leak on the field than to have to go off the field with heat stroke. So,
Can I just say one
definitely.
Go ahead,
Correct.
Cliff.
Remember, the refs are out there that whole time. They don't get a chance to go off the field like you guys, like the players do. So if you happen to have an extra bottle of water or something on you and you see a referee that looks like he might need a drink, just hand him one. You
Solid
believe me
advice.
how good that would be for a ref to goes a long way.
Here's a good question. Being that there's fires and stuff up there, are y'all allowing smoke grenades for this game or no?
No.
No.
Okay,
Yeah,
I didn't think so, but that's a good point. No smoke, so
Yeah, last year we
do
had a
not bring
forest
smoke and
fire
do
a
not
mile
pop them
from the
because there
field.
are fires.
It's super dry.
And if you're a smoker-
for camping and things like that, there's not even propane fires allowed. Like the low pitch, obviously you can have a high raised cooking setup, and that's usually fine. We're just asking everyone to bring as much water as they can for emergencies, as well as fire extinguishers. We're going to have generators running like crazy. It's going to be hot as hell, so everyone in their campers are going to be running ACs. So we're going to have tons of generators running nonstop. So we got to always be cautious on where those heat sources are going to, and it's we want to have fun, but at the same time we all want to be safe. So
That makes
One thing to help the NPCs.
Sorry
and
about
the
that,
rats
guys.
Is we are creating a central cooling zone.
Seriously?
Faction
nice.
will create their own cooling zone inside of their base island, but we're setting a central one up, and we're actually calling it the Cantina. So it's open for players to come in and mingle and interact. Some of the NPCs, that's where they hang out. Like you got guys like Guy Cooper, he's the helicopter pilot treasure hunter. So yeah,
Just don't shoot him in the head again.
So
just don't shoot him in the head again.
yeah. It was a great story with that. But you'll find NPCs.
Kyle's
you can
asking,
hear them there. And sorry, go ahead, Brock.
Kyle's got a question. Just to re-clarify on the propane grills, they're okay if they're far enough off the ground?
Yeah. So if they're raised up or on a table, you're good to go. So we got to obviously eat. So yeah, that's the only way that we're going to be able to do it. No charcoal though. We don't want anything dealing with that.
We're doing our wood smoker.
Yeah. If they're small little
nice.
pellets, then that's fine. So also
Just be responsible.
To Kyle Swenson is a owner of a place down in Idaho Falls, or a field called Bunker Village, and he found out just on some random blog or thing down in that area about Border Wars, and he mobilized a force, I think larger. The only team that's larger that's going to be at Border Wars is LXG, but LXG is split between being all NPCs or split amongst the teams. And so because Kyle, I've talked with him a lot. He's a great guy. I'm actually excited to meet him and have him out. His team name is called Village Marauders. And so that has actually now spurred a backstory and lore in Border Wars about the Marauders clan that used to go around terrorizing all of the factions. And that is, they've left treasure chests all over the place. And so that's kind of been rolled into the story.
Oh, there we go.
So, yeah. Love having that energy coming out from Kyle. He sends me sometimes pics of his loadout and what he's doing, and it's just going to be absolutely fun to have him and his crew out there. So we're excited to have you out, Kyle. Thank you.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well,
I can't hear them talking. Well, I can't hear.
Oh, well, we got to about the end of our episode, so we're going to have to get ourselves going.
No, they're talking still. It says you're in the show.
Yeah, we're in. Let's see. Pull that. Sorry about that. We got some difficulties again. Anyway, we're going to get going on tonight's episode. So thank you very much for everyone coming on. We appreciate you coming in talking about Border Wars. Don't forget to get on there to get signed up so we can play some paintball out here over in Eastern Washington. Okay, we will have.
Where can they find more information?
We'll put a link of it up onto our website, but was it Paladin Paintball?
Yep, paladinpaintball.com.
Paladinpaintball.com. We'll put a link up on our Facebook page as well. All right. So until next week, thank you very much, everybody, for joining us today. You all have yourselves a good week. All right.
Take care.